welcome to Reneka. My name is Shir. I'm the communication manager at Reneka International, and we're here today in Rosheim. I will present to you the Life Touch. This is a dark white series, so black chromed and white body, and also our Dennis Baron grinder and the connected grinder principles. It will be a brief introduction, especially of the new screen and the navigation towards our software. And also we will be discussing the differences and the upgrades from the Life to the Life Touch. Let's go. To navigate between the settings that will apply to all of the groups and all of the units, we always start with the group to the leftist. As you can see, only the logo is very bright and the other symbols are not bright. The machine right now is on a 6-button, 6-recipe water volume mode. Of course, I will show you how to make it into 5 buttons mode or 6. Even though the buttons are not very bright, they do work and they get bright once the water is out. Now we will go into the setting. In order to prevent an accidental entry to the setting mode, you will need to push on the logo for 15 seconds, from 10 to 15 seconds. And here is your screen. Let's start from the most simple, the leaf in the middle with no red indications. This is the echo mode. Echo mode, you can simply start it. The machine is now in echo mode. Or when you push the screen, it asks you, would you like to exit echo mode? If you do not, it goes back to echo mode. No accidental exit. But if you do want to get out, you push the button. What happened when we program the echo mode? When we program it, we choose the day of the week. And for each day, we can choose if it's the whole day or if it's a few hours. Unlike the classic Life, even if you're in programmed echo mode, you could still easily get out of the echo mode just by confirming, yes, I do like to exit, just by pushing the screen. If you remember, this was not the case with the standard Life machine. We will continue with the presentation from the left down to the middle, then to cleaning, then to service. So first, the dosage. Here you choose the water volume that you would like to modify. Let's choose an espresso, for example. Here we will have two situations. A simulation, then it will be where by positioning a cup, don't forget to put coffee that influence the amount of water that will go out of the group. We mostly recommend to use the parametric system for more precision. Here we choose the volume of the water. Another thing that is interesting in the Life Touch that is different from the regular Life, in the dosage, when we take the hot water, for example. When we push the button, we will enter the water. In the parametric system, we can adjust differently the hot water in seconds from the cold water. And then, if we go again with the long push, we can have a different temperature setting, only in parametric mode, a different setting for hot and cold water for the different dosage. So now the first dosage. Now the first dosage will have a certain settings, and the second dosage will have a different setting of hot and cold water. Now for the configurations. Here it's only accessible for technicians. It's not even in the user manual. The code is 5 times the number 3. And confirm. Here you have multiple configurations, and this indicates that you have a second page of configurations. Let's start with machine type. Number of groups, 2 groups. If you need to restart a machine and you're on a 1-group machine or a 3-group machine, you need to indicate it to the software. In order to pass to the next step of the machine, you press the V. If you want to change something in this configuration, it's plus or minus. Let's continue. Max power. So this machine is connected with tri-phase electricity power. So we leave it like that. Of course, you have many options. Here, grinder control. This means the connected grinder method. For now, we're going to leave it disabled, but the option is 1 grinder or maximum of 2 grinders control connected. But we will leave it at disable for the moment. Number of coffee. This means how many water volume will be available in the display. There are 2 options. It's 5 or 6. Latte art sensor, we leave it at 100K. This is an option that will be relevant if the software will be applied to other machine, but for our machine, the Life Touch, it's always 100K. The display of temperature, so it is enabled. The temperature sensor for the exit of the group is located in the mixing chamber. So it's not as precise as the exit group because there are too many variables, but at least the result is precise. So we leave it at enable so we could see the water temperature of the coffee. And this is all for machine type. Let's continue to display setup. Screensaver, do we want it enable or disable? If it is enabled, we can choose after how long, 1, 2, 3 minutes. We will leave it at disable for the moment. And this is all for display setup. Language, you can choose your language. We even have Spanish on, but for now, for me, of course, we leave it in English. Machine mode. Machine mode, 2 latte art, because this is a double latte art machine. The Life Touch does not exist in a standard. This is in case the software will be applied to other machines. The Life Touch only exists with 1 latte art or with a double latte art. For in order to all the buttons to work, it's important to indicate the machine, which kind of machine it is. Let's continue. And that's it for machine mode. Let's continue to the LED. You have 3 options to modify the light. The backlighting of our logo, the button LEDs, which signifies this. Now this is off while in configuration mode, so you cannot see it, but it's also RGB light, or the front lighting. Front lighting, you will see, you have multiple options for color. And for this video, we will choose with white, so it will be more relaxing for the eye. And we continue to date. Here it's pretty straightforward. Do you want to disable the display of the time and date? If you want to, the hour and the date. This is particularly important when you want to program the echo mode to be automatic. Continue to the second page. Password for user or for technician. You may choose to change the password in case you want to. Chrono. This shows the seconds of the espresso pouring and brewing time. Now this is enabled. Pre-infusion and clean alarm. Very careful. Pre-infusion is disabled. If some of your clients prefer it, you can enable with a plus or disable, only two options. We can enable or disable the clean alarm. This will set just a message, just a warning to clean, to make the cleaning cycle, to remind the team. By pushing in the middle, you can also pass from one to another. We have the latte art purge. So this is enable or disable. When it's enable, it means that after a latte art milk cycle, it will automatically purge. Of course, it will make a sound, like a beep, beep, beep sound, in order to prevent before, so people will not burn themselves. We actually recommend to disable and to purge manually for safety reasons. Then we have the boiler temperature. Here you can choose the boiler temperature. Of course, we recommend 122 Celsius degrees. And we also have the boiler temperature in eco mode. We recommend 80 degrees. There is no vapor, but also it's hot enough in order not to put too much pressure on the joints and the small passages, but some people prefer it at 90. Your technical experience will guide you. These are pure recommendations. And that's it for the configurations. So we've been through doses, we've been through configuration. Let's go to info. Info, it's basically the serial number and the software version. This is not the statistic, the quantities and the water cycle information. We have reached to the cleaning, our favorite part, the part that everyone should know. So here you have group 1, and here it's indicated group 2. Of course, that if you start it, it will start the group cleaning. But what's also nice is the latte art cleaning. All you need to do in order to start the latte art cycle cleaning is to push on whatever button of the wand that you would like to clean. If I push here, all of the instructions will appear. Latte art, pour the cleaning tables or the liquid in cold water and clean water. Press the button to start. Let's do it together and we'll see. I have left for a few minutes to look for our cold water, and the system is waiting for me. It did not leave the cleaning mode, and the lights show us which latte art will be clean. So I brought my clean water. The wand is completely immersed, and I will use the cleaning product of my choice in order to start it. Now, when I'm ready to start, I continue to follow the instructions in pushing the button. Latte art cleaning is in progress. The first part of the cycle of the latte art cleaning is over, and now we switch into rinsing. In order to rinse, we'll have to empty the water with the cleaning product and to put clean cold water again, and then we push here again, exactly as the instructions tell us. And we're back with clean water. And here start the flushing cycle. The cleaning is complete. We can remove the water and it is finished. So let's continue where we were in cleaning. So of course that the same thing applies to the right group. If we push on any of this button, it will start the instructions in how to clean the other latte art system. And for the group cleaning, so as always with Reneka, we have Reneka cleaning product, our rubber in order to block. Of course, it's only block well if it's a 2 dosage portafilter. Put the dosage, we go to cleaning and we start. Empty the filter in case there is still coffee inside. Put the shower in the filter, so the rubber. Put the cleaning table and engage the filter like we just did. Of course, always a reminder. And we press start. The extraction, the brewing unit cleaning cycle has begun. As you can also see on the live, we have a timer that will indicate us how long it will take. This will help the workers using the machine to know if they should wait next to the machine in order to be more efficient with their job, or maybe they do have the time to launch another cleaning program or do anything else for the matter. And the other group is also waiting for cleaning. If we put X, we can continue use it. Sometimes before closure, we prefer to clean only one of the group in order to advance and to be more efficient at closing time. But sometimes we want to start the other program as well. This, with the screen, you may choose. The first part of the cleaning is over, and now the same for the latte art. It's time for flushing. All the instructions always appear. This is so much easier for the user, very clear. You don't have to know it or to remember it. The machine tells you what to do. And we all know that good cleaning and good maintenance, this is what makes the machine easy to use and also repaired. So disengage the filter, remove the shower, so the rubber, press start, and now the flushing has started. And now for the last part, I think the part that is the most interesting for technicians, and this is the service button. So the first service button requires the password. Do you remember it? It's 5 times 3. So we have maintenance, statistics, filter, and hardware test. Like we used to, we will start in this order. So for maintenance, this tells us how many liters of water has left before maintenance alarm, and here how many months remaining for maintenance. You can reset it and you can program it. When you program it, remaining product. This is in liters, and unlike the life, all of the debimeters, all of the water flow, so including hot water, including boiler, including rinsage, it's not only product, all of the water are being counted because we have a new counter just in the arrival of the water. And of course you can make it how many thousands of liters that you need. We recommend 30,000. Let's continue. Cycle alarm. Cycle alarm is shown in percentage. So for example, 10% out of 30,000 is 3,000. So that would mean it will notify on the screen, be careful, in 3,000 liters, the machine will be blocked because it needs maintenance. This gives the time for the client to order maintenance. Let's go back again. But imagine they don't do a lot of volume, and 30,000 can mean more than 1 year. Then we also have remaining time. So it means after 12 months or 11 months, this we count in months, or maybe 13 months, there will be an alarm that maintenance is required. Now for the statistics. Total produce, that's for the water, total coffees, total teas, total right latte art, total left latte art, and if we go inside, we even have the statistic per group. This can explain if you tell your client that it should use both groups and not prioritize one of the groups. You can see if he listens because you have all of the statistic per button per group. Very useful for maintenance. And we continue with the services, especially for technicians, with 5 times the number 3. So we go inside, we saw the statistic. Now filter. Filter, the same thing. We can program it after how many liters or after how much time. It's much more precise than the life, since it takes in accountability all water coming in. We program it, filter type if we want to. We usually work with Brita. The filter model, usually we work with 300 or C500. Water hardness, filter alarm. When do we want the intervention alarm to follow? After how many percentage, based on how many liters has passed. And the remaining time, just like in maintenance, in case we want to pass by for maintenance. And now for the last thing in service, the hardware test, which is really, really nice. It helps you identify when there is an issue. It helps you identify where it's come from. Does it come from one of the on and off water flow? Is it an electronical problem? So here we're going to try the hardware. We're going to try the first group. As you can see, we can hear it. It's working. Second group. The pump test, not too much. We don't want to overflow the test. The fill, also not too much. We don't want to overflow the boiler, so be careful with this one. A pump test. Here, as you see, there is a second page. T, SV, left latte art. So here we can see that in the software. So look at this. With the T, here it's only hot water. So it will start deboiling, and cold water. And the right latte art. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today in this LifeTouch introduction in Rosheim, France. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you enjoy your machine and your coffee very much. Thank you.